Hello Gemini, welcome. I'm Lucia and today I'm doing a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. 3 cards for Gemini. What do we need to know right now? Movement into balance. Movement into balance. So there's a card here about emotions. There's a card here about grounding. There's a card about really self-care, because we're planting seeds and we're developing the roots. So we're nourishing the seeds that are going to grow the roots into what we want to do, new things. This is a time of new beginnings. This is a time of starting over. We have new beginnings, the card of new beginnings. Look at where the raindrops are here and look at the raindrops here. So this is what we're holding on to, and this is going to be the nourishing. This is going to feed, letting go and then nourish the roots of the seeds that are going to grow into that new project, our new, what do we want to bring in, and this is a time for restarts. If there's something that we're seeing in the past that we're not happy about, whether it's inside of ourselves or whether it's with our goals or whatever it is, this is that time to start over, make the change. And we have this integration card. We could be integrating some healing here, some hurts. We could be shedding our skin. There could be things around us that could be teaching us things, and we're shedding the skin, or things that don't feel like it aligns with our energy anymore. And developing even a thicker skin in some cases, or for some, here with these cards, Gemini. What else do we have going on here? I feel like this is a time for spiritual growth, balancing the nurturing, the protective energy, and the fire energy for what we need to do. What do we need to do next? We have the first house, the self, the body, and presence here with Aries energy. What else do we have for Gemini? We have the 12th house, karma, shadow, and secrets. Very spiritual card with that Pisces energy. So there's something here about intuitive. We have 4 cards here, so we're going to take the 4 cards. We have the 3rd house, which is communication, transportation, local community, and it's Gemini energy. I think everyone's getting their own signs with these cards in the reading as a 3rd card. We have the 6th house, or work, service, and health. This is about health. This is Virgo energy, and this is also the card of your work, your purpose, your service. So let's see what we have with these. First house, self, body, and presence. We have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So there could be something that we really need to feel our true selves here, but maybe there's this intervention. It could be divine intervention. There could be something else. So there's something here about saying to yourself, I trust that everything's happening the way it's supposed to for my own highest good. It's about trusting the journey and the process. I feel like also in this time, there is a time of some kind of integration going on here with healing, because though you got those raindrops in both of those cards, some on the bottom, some on the top. There could be things from the past, new things coming in, this clearing energy, and then planting these seeds. And we're going to plant those seeds and nourish those seeds with creative, beautiful love energy, and not any baggage from the past. We're shedding that stuff. This is the time to shed that stuff, Gemini. What is going on with the 12th house? The house of karma, shadow, and secrets. But this is also the card of intuitions and dreams. Dreams coming true. We have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is all about, acknowledging if something doesn't feel right, if something doesn't work right, if something is not aligning with us, and just taking the necessary actions, whether it's changing our perspective, or seeing things differently, or changing our beliefs, or actually taking actions to change the situation, because if we don't make the changes, the change will not happen. So there's something here about making changes with what we want to see. There could be some deep healing going on here. There could be some deep healing going on here with this. You could be seeing a lot. There's a lot with these cards. You could be feeling a lot, seeing a lot outside of you, inside of you. So we're internalizing and we're processing and we're healing some stuff here. Deep things. What does this come with? The new beginnings card. So this is a time of major transformation and really staying committed to the self here when it comes to being loyal to self, really. with your dreams, being loyal to your dreams. What do you want to work on? What do you want to make come true? And what is it about ourselves that we need to, like, maybe beliefs about ourselves that are not true, limiting beliefs, and what do we need to shed? We have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Integration. We have 6th house, work, service, and health. There's a message here about having fun with your purpose, having fun with what you're doing. Laughter is healing. Laughter is years to your life, right? So there's something here about finding fun in something that you're doing. We have the 3rd house, communication, transportation, and local community. There's something here about connecting with others as well. You know, it could be something that could be very healthy for you right now. It could be, you know, something that is a good situation that can also bring in more. There's something about having a good connection with people that make you feel good, or even people that are like-minded. Or there's something about bringing some laughter into maybe a space where things could be very, you know, heavy or emotional. So there's something about balancing this situation, fulfilling your needs in a way that's healthy, productive. We have the 10 of Pentacles here, so there's something here that I feel like it could be working out better than you may be hoping, thinking, with the 10 of Pentacles. But this can also mean that you need security, and it could be financial security or work situation or something else, security in your well-being or something that means a lot to you. Security could be even in the home. We have the 2 of Pentacles. There's something about making time for something that you need to do. Making time for something that you need to do here. Giving yourself time to integrate whatever's happening. What else do we need to know for Gemini? And I'll be pulling more cards to clarify. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's something here about really reaching the end goal with something that you want here. So you're on a journey to have a more stable situation, or you could be thinking about finances here. So there's a goal of getting to a certain place. You could have gotten to one part of your goal, and you could be waiting for the next part here. Let me put all the cards down, and then I'll get clarifiers. What else for Gemini? 3 of Cups. So past is Temperance. Things could be feeling a little bit calmer around you with something that's going on in the past. There's opportunities around you here for something that you want to create. There could be things pushing you to see. There could be things, lessons around you, pushing you to see who you truly are. You know, pushing you to see your limitless self. You know, getting you out of the comfort zone to push you to, you know, use your tools. Let's see, what is this 10 of Pentacles about for Gemini? What is this 2 of Pentacles for Gemini? The cards fly for you, Gemini. What is the Queen of Pentacles? Okay, let's start with this. So we have the roundabout. We have, with the 10 of Pentacles here, we have Pisces energy card number 3. Community, connections, new direction, keep it moving, controls the flow of information, solutions, circular reasoning. Fluid, many working parts, perfect timing, and redirect. Gemini, I feel like with this, there is something connected to community, and there's something here about knowing your people, you know, knowing who aren't your people. There's something here also about staying in a place of love, everybody, but there's something here about personal boundaries, and there's something here about doing something to balance your happiness. Needing a grounding situation. So there could be something here, new direction. So if you're going straight and things are not working, then you have to turn, right? So there's something here about where do we need to change? Where do we need to make that turn? You know, you could be seeing things and finding out more about a situation, and there's something here about keep going, because consistency will bring the end result. I feel like there's a situation here that looks better than it is, but you could still be worried because there could be this insecurity around this thing that you could be just feeling like you have it in your hands, but there could be that little insecurity there. So there's something about just staying consistent. We have Virgo energy, chess strategy, planning, checkmate, the grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, moves, counter moves, master plan, course of action, power play, game theory, consequences of actions, Virgo energy. There's something here about making the right move with the Two of Pentacles. What you're putting time into, that is something that's going to be beneficial for you long term. You know, there could be something here about holding that extra coin and being very careful with if anyone, and this is very specific, can resonate with this, emotionally buying things or anything like that. This is a time to just really pay attention to that and finding a balance with that, because maybe you need that pentacle for something else that could be helping you with your growth or something like that. So this is about really planning and being strategic with your finances or whatever it is your projects are and your goals. But it can also mean with your making time for this thing that you need to do for your wellness, making time for this thing that you need to do for your service, for your purpose, making time for yourself. And there was one other thing I just had for Gemini. Two of Pentacles, balance, making time for self-care, making time for something that, whatever it is that you want to bring into the future, making time for this and being consistent. I think this came up for you before. But something also, how much energy you're doing, how much energy are you giving? We have family, so with the Queen of Pentacles, there's this Leo energy card, number 4, loyalty, faithfulness, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support systems, origins, tribe, dependable, sincere, kindred spirits. There could be something here about having security in your personal life as well, having security for the future of, you know, your family or your home life or whatever this is. So personal security, financial security, but there could also be energetically secure situation in the home. You could be looking for grounding energies. There could be a message here to make time for the people that you love as well. If you're working very hard, if you're being pulled in different directions, this could be the message for some of you as well here, you know, but it could be something here that you're doing with children. It could be something here also finding your people and community, because that could be like your family too sometimes. That could be your support system, your tribe. So some of you could be also finding your people if there's something here with financial projects, you know, professional life and stuff like that. So there could be something here where you're feeling out your people and you're seeing who's true and who's not. Like, who can you trust to work with, to do projects with, or to learn from, or exchange information, or whatever this is. Could be networking for whatever reason. We have the Temperance card in the recent past, so there's something here about things feeling a little crazy in the recent past, that it could be coming out of this, or you had to find ways to ground yourself and stay strong through this. Having to find ways not to get triggered in the recent past. We have this 9 of Pentacles, and this is that indulgence. If anyone is feeling that message of being careful with spending to, you know, feel better, you know, like stuff like that, you know, to fill a void. So this is not going to resonate with every Gemini, but if anyone is feeling this, there's something about being careful with that. You know, you can indulge in other ways, in a way that's productive, you know, for you. But this is also a card to remind you to enjoy life now. You know, there could be something here about time, you know, that time could be moving and we get so distracted with life and things outside of us that this is a time to stop and enjoy life now. And you could be integrating some kind of healing around this as well. Like, how much are you doing? How much time are you putting into all this other thing? You know, so putting time into you and what you need. Could be family, could be grounding, it could be building your finances, you know, or whatever else it is, but also to enjoy the fruits of your labor as well. We have the 6 of Cups here. So there's this card of nostalgia. So what do we have with this? What is the 9 of Pentacles about for Gemini? What is the 6 of Cups? So we have we have Dear John. We have card number 5, Capricorn energy. Rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, setting boundaries, divorce, strange situation. It's not you, it's me. The end, final words, cutting cords. Something is not working. There's something here about making the change where we need to, so that we don't go to vices, or so that we don't turn to other ways of getting pleasure. There's something here about taking care of something, making changes within ourselves. You could be going through this integration, you know, and being truthful with self and saying, what do I need to, I can't keep doing this, but I need to do this. This can also be the card of, it's time to think of you here, and cutting cords with the things that are outside of you that you could be giving to energy and stuff like that. So there's something about cutting attachments, because we're starting new and we're planting those seeds again. This is this is a restart. This is a redo. This can mean also another chance with something, or getting rid of what's not working and starting something new. So new, fresh starts here, and thinking about, with that Capricorn energy, stable situations. And it could be financial, it could be with work, it could be money, but it can also mean with these setting boundaries with people. And sometimes we get stressed out with our people situations, that we can turn to, you know, some things that we could be looking for happiness somewhere else. So this is, and that's very specific. It's not going to resonate with every Gemini. So it's all about, you know, just taking care of yourselves. And we have this 6 of, and this would be something that you know, it's not something that you don't know. So whoever that part of whoever that part of the reading resonates with, I send love to you. I send love to all, but, you know, extra for those who could be, you know, healing something deep like that. We have card number 7, Virgo energy, with the 6 of Cups, which is about nostalgia, thinking of past memories, the good old days, the fine print detail, look closer, inspection, research, be careful, in depth, pay attention. Don't assume, thorough, deep dive, hidden information, double check, read between the lines. What I'm getting with this is things could be coming up around old situations that could be affecting your new situations. And this is just to know that don't let past hurt stop you from trusting a new situation, or giving something a chance. And you don't have to open up 100% completely. It's just taking a moment and look a little bit deeper to why you're feeling the way you're feeling, why you're seeing things the way you're seeing it, or why you're feeling, you know, there's something here about looking deeper into that and tapping in. You could be healing some stuff. You know, our situations with people change us, but at the same time, we don't want to lose who we truly are. There's something here about being able to, you know, love, being able to explore, being able to experience, and not closing certain things off because of a situation where you felt like you couldn't trust, or you trusted too much, or something like that. This is deep, looking in the past, looking closer, being careful, paying attention, and not to assume things, you know, think things through, double checking things, and reading between the lines. So there could be something here, trusting your intuition, because that will never steer you wrong, Gemini. And you're going to know that too. And that's very specific, and it may not resonate with everybody. So always be true to yourself and take what resonates, Gemini. We have the Magician, things around you. I feel like there's opportunities here that could be showing you or pushing you to see your abilities to be limitless, your abilities to problem solve, your abilities to grow, spiritual growth, personal growth, professional growth. There's something here that could be pushing you to get a little uncomfortable so that you can push more and grow and bloom. You know, the lotus blooms in the mud, Gemini. So there's a message here about this, knowing your abilities and not letting anything on the outside take that away from you, or, you know, any experience or anything like that, because we're born magicians, and then life happens and it starts to chip away at our confidence, and it starts to chip away at our beliefs, like, you know, of ourselves. Like when we're young, we are so adventurous and we're so ready to take on challenges, and changes are exciting for us. And as we get older, we learn that changes are, you know, we start to think changes are not good, and we start to fear change, and we start to, you know, push change, or whatever it is. And this is the card to come back to your true self here. And to see that, and you could be processing things and learning and shedding, you know, old beliefs and old ways around whatever. And some could be healing money wounds and things like that as well here with that Magician card. We have the Knight of Cups, and I feel like with this you could be searching for fun, love, you know, meaningful connections, charming and fun self here. So there's something here about opportunities to come back to your fun, that fun party time, you know, celebrating life or bonding with people here. So there could be opportunities here. You could be looking for this. Optical illusion, again, we have this with the Knight of Cups. Not what it seems. Mirage, trap, unclear, visual effect. We have Aquarius energy, card number 7. Confusion, head trip, trick, hallucination, hocus pocus, sleight of hand, projection, predictive, programming. I feel like this, again, has to do with this, you know, things in the past, not letting it stop you from what you want to bring in the future here with the love and all of that stuff. It's kind of like not giving up on that stuff. And then we have the slingshot, card number 5, with this Aries energy. You know, sometimes we get pulled back a little bit, but then when we move forward with more knowledge, more determination, more strength. You know, after this tension, this strain, this sudden anxiety, pressure launch, you know, we get launched. From the stress, we get pulled, you know, we set back in motion, and then we start to focus, and then it becomes a force, a change, pulled in opposite directions, ready, aim, fire, pulling back, and then shooting forward. Missed opportunities. In the future, going to be healing missed opportunities with people, connections, collaborations, partnerships, family, or something. Happiness, not getting caught up in outside things and focusing on self and happiness here. Near future cards, so there's opportunities here for something that maybe you couldn't do before, or something that maybe you could have distracted you before, or whatever this is here, coming back to self-fulfillment, community, people, family, whatever it is that feels like family, your people. So Gemini, what else do we have for Gemini? Anything else? We have, my words and actions are beauty, compassion, and love. Stay in a piece of beauty, compassion, and love, because that is who you are, Gemini. Don't let anything that's going on outside of you change who you are on the inside. We have, I accept that here now is exactly where I am, and that it is a place of profound learning. We do learn. I mean, look at this moon card. We're getting ready for a new moon. This is a time for new beginnings and change. So I feel like this is that card to learn, and we're going to keep moving and flowing and, you know, strategizing and sticking with the people who are our people. So Gemini, I wish you well. I'm sending love. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.